What if I told you that your body still knows how to make all the testosterone you need? That the machinery is still in there, still built, still working, and that the only real problem is that somewhere along the way, the switch got flipped off. Not broken, not worn out, not gone for good. Just switched off and waiting. Stay with me, because that is the truth almost no one will tell you. You know the feeling. You wake up already tired. The drive that used to be there the moment you opened your eyes. It's quiet now. The man in the mirror looks a little softer, a little more worn down than you feel inside. And a voice in the back of your mind says, well, this is just getting old. This is just how it goes now. And I'm here to tell you, that voice is lying to you. The factory is not broken down. The wiring is fine. The parts are all still there. It is sitting inside you right now, idling, waiting for one signal, one switch to be flipped. And today, I am going to show you exactly what that switch is, exactly why it got turned off in the first place, and exactly how to turn it back on without a single pill and without a single needle. I'm Dr. Hartman, a board-certified urologist, and in over 20 years of practice, I've sat across from plenty of men in their 70s and 80s whose switch was still flipped firmly on. Strong, clear-eyed, still wanted by their wives, still capable. Every single day, I started paying close attention to what actually set those men apart from everyone else walking into my office. And not one of them was living off a needle or a pill. They simply never stopped doing the one thing that keeps that switch turned on. And once I figured out what it was, I could not unsee it. And you won't be able to either. So do me one quick favor before we go further. Hit that subscribe button. I put one of these out every week. And stay with me right to the end, because the part where I show you how to flip the switch back on is the part that changes everything. So what is the switch here? It is plain and simple. Let's get into it. No big words. Your body builds your testosterone out of one main raw material: fat. Real, raw, natural fat, and the cholesterol that rides along with it. Now, I know you've been taught your whole life to be terrified of those two words, fat and cholesterol. But listen closely, that fat is not the enemy. That fat is the brick. Cholesterol is the exact raw material your body picks up and uses to build your man hormones. Think of it like a bricklayer. You can have the best bricklayer in the world, strong, skilled, ready to work. But if you never deliver any bricks to the job site, no wall ever gets built. No fat, no bricks, no testosterone. It really is that simple. Fat is the switch, and the bricks are how you flip it. Now here's the part that makes my blood boil, the cruel part. For 40 years, they told you the exact opposite. They ran a war on fat. They told you fat would clog you up and kill you. They told you cholesterol was poison. They put you on low-fat everything. The skim milk that looks like dirty water. The dry, lean meat with all the good cut off. The margarine out of a plastic tub that's one molecule away from candle wax. The egg white omelet with the golden yolk, the best part thrown straight in the garbage. And the whole time, day after day, meal after meal, you were quietly flipping your own switch to off, and you didn't even know it. You thought you were being good. You thought you were being healthy. And this is not just me talking around a campfire. Researchers actually went and measured this. They took men who were eating a normal, healthy amount of fat, and then they switched them onto a low-fat diet and watched what happened. Their testosterone dropped by 10 to 15% just from cutting the fat. And the men who went low-fat and also gave up their red meat, theirs fell by as much as a quarter, a full 26%. So think hard about this. A lot of you did not lose your testosterone to age at all. You switched it off at your own dinner table, following advice you trusted from people in white coats, who meant well and got it dead wrong. Now I can already hear some of you, but doc, won't all that fat clog my arteries? Won't it wreck my heart? That's the fear they drilled into you for decades. So let me put it to you straight. Your body has made and used cholesterol since the day you were born. It is not some foreign poison. It is the raw material for your hormones, for your brain, for the lining of every single cell you carry. The real problem in this country was never the natural raw fat off a healthy animal. The real problem was the fake stuff, the factory seed oils, the deep-fried junk, and the mountains of sugar riding right alongside it. That is what gums up a man's pipes and hardens his heart. Real fat, eaten clean and uncooked, is the building block, not the bomb. In fact, some of the strongest-hearted people on this earth are the ones eating the most natural animal fat. So don't let an old scare story keep your switch shut off for the rest of your life. Now I need to talk to you about the needle, about testosterone shots, because I know that thought has crossed some of your minds. And look, I'm not here to shame any man who's frustrated enough to think about it. I truly understand it. But you have to understand what it actually does before you go down that road. Testosterone from a needle does not flip your switch on. I need you to really hear that. It does not turn your factory back on. It goes around it completely. It pipes the finished hormone in from the outside. And here's the trap. Your own factory sitting there, sensing that the hormone is already showing up, without it having to do any work, shuts itself down even further. It powers off. It goes to sleep. That is why so many men who start the needle find they can't easily stop. The switch isn't just off anymore. The whole factory has gone cold and quiet and even smaller now. Compare that to food. Food does the opposite. Food walks up to your own switch and flips it on, and your body starts making its own again, the way it was designed to. One path shuts your factory off and rents you the hormone for life. The other turns your own factory back on and hands it back to you. That is the whole difference, and no one selling the needle is going to explain it to you that way. So let's flip your switch on, and I promise you, it is nothing more complicated than finally delivering the bricks your body has been starving for. Here is exactly what to do. First, put the raw fats back on the table. Real raw butter, the deep yellow kind from healthy cows, raw egg yolk, and a little raw cream if you can find it, clean. This is the cholesterol. This is the raw building block, and it has to be the soft, gentle, uncooked kind, because when you burn a fat hard or process it to death, you damage the brick, and a damaged brick can't build anything. Less fire, more fuel. That is the rule. A couple of raw yolks stirred into your morning is one of the oldest strength tricks there is. Second, and this is the strongest one, the combination that hits the hardest. You take a few soft dates and you eat them together with an equal spoon of that real raw butter, 2 days in a row. Here's the magic. The dates carry something that unlocks the fat in the butter so your body can actually grab it and build with it. One is the key, the other is the lock, and you have to turn them together. This little combo is about the most powerful natural testosterone meal I have ever come across. Simple, cheap, and it works with your body instead of against it. Third, get your zinc. This is your man mineral, and you find it in the sea oysters first and foremost, then clams, mussels, shrimp. Here's why it matters. When a man runs low on zinc, his switch simply cannot stay on, no matter how much fat he eats. The wiring goes dim, and the hard truth is, most older men are quietly running low without a clue. A few servings of shellfish a week, and you feel the lights come back up. And if you want to push it even further, add in a little fresh liver once a week. I won't dress it up. Organ meat from a healthy animal is some of the most concentrated building material on Earth for a man. The old tribes prized it above almost anything, and they were right. Now let me save you from the 3 mistakes that ruin this for most men. Mistake number 1. They cook the fat to death. They fry the eggs rock hard. They brown the butter black, and they damage the very brick they're trying to build with. Keep it gentle. Keep it raw or barely warmed. Less fire, more fuel. That's the rule. Mistake number 2. They try it for 3 days, feel nothing, and quit. But this builds over weeks, not hours. You have to give your body the time. And mistake number 3, the big one. They keep shoveling in the seed oils and the sugar with one hand while adding the good fat with the other. You cannot flip the switch on and hold it off at the very same time. Clean the junk out and feed the bricks in. You do both and the switch flips, and give it time. This is not a pill, it builds. Now I'll be straight with you. This isn't magic, and I'm not promising you'll be 25 again overnight. But do this simple thing every day for a couple of weeks. Peel it, eat it, stay consistent, and a lot of men feel a real difference. And look, it really is easier than you think to get back to the strong, confident version of yourself. You just have to get to the root cause, follow the right advice, and move your habits closer to the natural way our bodies were built for. Instead of reaching for more pills or trusting the supplement companies will sell you whatever they can. Simple changes, done for real. And a lot of men feel a real difference. Now, if you want to go deeper, if you want the full, natural approach to flipping that switch and keeping it on at the root, the exact foods, the exact amounts, the exact routines in the right order, that's exactly why we put together a complete protocol to reverse this naturally in 30 days or less. Inside, you get the exact approach we use. So if you're ready to actually do this, scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description. See you inside.